What's going on, Cancer? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your bonus reading for the month of December. I'm just making my way around to you guys, so we're going to be hopping into the cards, seeing exactly what the energies are here. Everybody got a bonus reading this month, so I can't leave you out, Cancer. Sorry that this is a little bit later, though. All right, it's going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. If it does not resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous readings that I did for Cancer. The last one was a pretty good one. We're going to be hopping into your present energy first right here. This will be your main storyline like we always do it. After that, we're going to check out your futuristic energy on the left side. This will be the supporting details of your reading, and we're wrapping it up with a fairy card. You guys got 10 of Summer. If you're new to the channel and you don't follow me on IG, you should follow me at chrisanthony14lbs, chrisanthony 14 pounds. And if you're looking for a personal reading, I do have those open December going into January, so you can email me about that. All the details will be in the description of the video. All right, let's do this, Cancer. Crowning your reading, we do have the Four of Wands, and it's clarified by the Ace of Wands. So Four of Wands energy could be talking about the need that you guys have for stability when it comes down to being grounded, stable, emotionally, financially, with relationships, with friendships. This could also be talking about some type of partnership that could be coming in for you guys, maybe coming into the new year, or maybe you already are thinking about partnering up with somebody in some type of way. Four of Wands energy, though, clarified by the Ace of Wands, there does, it seems like there is a good amount of energy and passion that's coming in concerning either this partnership or concerning your need for stability. And this is kind of like this drive that's coming in, that's pushing you to want to build some type of stable foundation in your life, right? Some type of security for yourself, especially if you've been in a place where you haven't felt that secure or that stable or that grounded when it comes down to material things, or just feeling that way internally, right? But yeah, for some of you guys, this could be talking about a partnership or a commitment that's coming up, and it's kind of like being reignited, or there's a passion or a spark that's coming back around to kind of reignite this partnership in some type of way. That's a possibility, but I'm seeing this as two different energies. One is talking about your stability within yourself, creating that within your own life, creating a stable foundation for yourself, and then the other one could be dealing with a partnership with someone else. So we're going to look into the cards to see if that, those scenarios pop up. But with this crowning your reading, this is saying that you feel this urge, this push, this nudge, this drive from the universe to kind of start to build something or create this type of stability that you dream for yourself, or that you want for yourself. And so there is this passion that's coming in for a lot of people going into the year 2020, that I feel like, is helping us kind of hit the ground running and just pushing us into the lifestyle that we really want to have, right? Or pushing us down the path that is for us at the end. So let's see. Right below that, we do have the Six of Pentacles, and it's clarified by the Four of Swords. Six of Pentacle energy, talking about an equal give and take, talking about reciprocity. So for some of you guys, this could have to do with someone else that you're partnering up with, where there could be some type of reciprocity that's happening, where there is an equal give and take, and this is bringing you some sort of peace with the Four of Swords energy. This could be, bringing you some type of assurance, or, that feeling of security that you don't have to worry about, because there is some type of partnership or somebody that's here that's helping you kind of pull the weight. This is a possibility. This also, though, could be talking about how you're wanting to move out of the place of being the borrower and going into the place of being the lender. So I do feel like there is a strong sense of like wanting to have security, or wanting to be at a place of financial stability with your energy, Cancer. And maybe this is the thing that you're working towards. This is the thing that maybe you're meditating on or you're thinking about, but you are coming to a place of peace with it. So it seems to be some questions that are being answered, maybe concerning your finances or what you're trying to build. Because the Four of Swords does talk about you going into a space of kind of like planning, you no longer worrying about it or being like in an Eight of Swords or Nine of Swords energy, but going into a space where, you're thinking about, okay, how can I make things different for the future? How can I, kind of build this stability that I want in my life? Who can I connect with, or what type of sources or resources can I draw from or create for myself? And so I like that you're in the Four of Swords energy concerning this, because it's showing that you're trusting the universe, you're trusting yourself when it comes down to stabilizing your life or stabilizing your finances. It's kind of like you're coming to the conclusion that that things are going to work out, things are going to be stable, and it's better to kind of relax, in the power of yourself in the universe, instead of just worry about things that you can't control, right? So it's kind of like you're releasing the control, and this is where the miracles usually happen, right? The manifestations usually come through when we're not, trying to control the entire situation or worrying about every single last detail about what we have to cover or what we have to do. You guys are more so in a relaxed state and going with the flow, is what I'm feeling when it comes down to your finances or being in a stable place. Um, Ace of Swords is here, clarified by the Seven of Wands, so you do have some clarity that's coming in. And this is what I was talking about. There seems to be some type of information that comes in for you, that allows you to kind of go into a place of peace, right? Ace of Swords is very big energy. It's very much so a new beginning. It's a shift in consciousness. It's a new awareness that comes in, a new perspective that allows you to kind of problem solve or see things differently so that you can transcend the energy. And this is what I feel you guys are doing, Cancer, kind of transcending, a problem that couldn't be solved on the same level that it was created, right? Seven of Wands does talk about how there could have been a struggle, there could have been a little bit of defensiveness here. One moment. Okay, sorry about that, Cancer. We, it's the holiday season, so a lot of things happening in the background. I just had to pause for a second. But the Ace of Swords here, like I said, is talking about this shift in consciousness that I feel is coming in, that's allowing you to transcend this problem that maybe you were trying to fight on the same level that it was created in some type of way. So I do feel that some of you guys are getting like some sort of downloads or revelations that are coming in, from your internal wisdom or your spirit guides or your higher self, that's kind of teaching you or guiding you into what you should do for this problem that you're dealing with. Because I feel like you guys have been fighting it, and you have been on a defense, and you have been trying to overcome it, but it seems like it hasn't been letting up. And I do feel like this could be around your financial situation or your need for stability. But now you get this Ace of Swords that comes in and is kind of giving you the tools you need to defeat this energy. Okay, Cancer. Sorry about that pause once again. Had to, quiet things down a bit. Um, so we were talking about the Ace of Swords, and this clarity coming in, towards something that maybe, you were fighting against for a while or struggling with, but there is this clarity that comes in that, maybe creates a certain level of leverage for you when it comes down to your finances or your sense of stability. um this is what I see as the Ace of Swords, because a lot of times with the Seven of Wands, there is like leverage that's there. If you look at it in the regular Rider Waite tarot, it's a person that stands on top of a hill, and he's fighting against people that are on the lower base of the hill, so he has a certain amount of leverage, or he has the high ground. And so this is what's happening with you guys. It's something that's coming in that's giving you the high ground, or giving you leverage that you can use in order to defeat whatever it is that you're struggling with right now. All right. Right below that, we do have the Page of Swords, and it's clarified by the Seven of Swords. So Page of Swords energy could be talking about, immature communication or some type of communication that comes in from someone. Could be an air sign, possibly, where they're kind of, beating around the bush or trying to weigh things out before they tell you something. This could be somebody that's in your energy or how you are right now. Seven of Swords does talk about a bit of deception or doing things behind the scenes, or kind of like flying underneath the radar. So there seems to be something that's here. It doesn't really seem that much, looking at all the other cards, like sneakiness or deception. It could be, possibly, depending on who you are. This is a general reading, but I feel like this could be just something that you're observing and you're not really wanting to kind of speak on it, because the Page of Swords does talk about observation, and then, being able to communicate, but not communicating like straightforward. So this is what I'm getting, especially matching the other cards. It looks like it's some information that comes into you that, has the ability to give you a certain amount of leverage in a situation. But once you get it, it's kind of like you're trying to decide how you're going to use the information, right? And you're trying to do it in a more strategic way, because Seven of Swords, for me, sometimes can talk about deception and being sneaky and something going on behind your back, but a lot of times it could talk about being strategic and strategizing a way, to go about something. Maybe strategizing something that you want to communicate. Like, how am I going to communicate this? How am I going to carry this out? What kind of words am I going to use? What type of tone am I going to use? If it comes down to you communicating something to someone. But I do feel like this is just a strategy that I feel like is coming into you, some type of blueprint, that this Ace of Swords energy brings in. This clarity comes in, like I said, that creates leverage. And now you're thinking about how you're going to use this information. So this is what I'm strongly getting. Ace of Wands energy is here again with the King of Cups. So this is talking about, once again, this powerful burst of energy that comes in, this motivation, this inspiration that's coming in, hitting you guys. You're coming in as the King of Cups, which is the mature energy for the water signs. You have kind of like brought your emotions down to a place of, balance, to where you're not too much out of control with your emotions or feeling so deeply that you can't rein those emotions in. And this is talking about somebody who has total control and balance of their emotional state and a lot of emotional intelligence. And Cancer is one of the greatest signs that has a high level of emotional intelligence. One of the most powerfulest signs in the zodiac is Cancer, because of what they can do with their emotions and how they can use their emotions, especially when they're not allowing their emotions to overtake them, right? You guys have a high level of emotional intelligence, and this is what's coming through. I feel like this is what is the thing that's creating something for you, that's creating that stability or that abundance or those finances that you need in your life. Because Ace of Wands is talking about creation, your creative power, the creative force that is in you. And with you guys, I feel like it's very much so connected to your emotional intelligence. So with you coming into this place of maturity, it seems like there is some type of inspiration that's coming in, that's creating this new level of abundance, this new beginning for you. Ace of Wands twice, and I feel like you guys got that in the last reading that I did for you, the Ace of Wands 2 times. And almost everybody is getting this, so I got to see what's going on with this new energy. But heading in 2020, I feel like you are definitely tapping into that emotional intelligence to create this stability for yourself, to create abundance, putting you in a place of ease and rest, putting you into a place of balance, and you becoming the borrower and not the lender. Now we are running out of space, Cancer, so I'm kind of going to run through the rest of these futuristic cards, and then I'll try to create more space to make this a little longer. You guys have the Emperor, the 10 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and then the 2 of Wands. With the Emperor energy, it's clarified by the 8 of Swords. So this is something that makes you feel like you're stuck in your head. I feel like this is the same thing that you have been battling, feeling like you're stuck in your situation and you don't see a way out, and the walls are closing in and you're claustrophobic, just kind of being stuck in the prison of your mind, those thoughts that come in that make you feel or create an illusion that there's no growth or there's no way out of this situation. But you're coming in as the Emperor, which is the card of taking control. I feel like this is taking you from out of that prison of the mind or that feeling of being stuck. You are taking control of your life in a certain way with the 2 Ace of Wands. 10 of Pentacles is here clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. A double whammy, right? The jackpot. Abundance, right? Coming in. So there is this certain level of abundance that you're headed to once you tap into this leverage, once you tap into this inspiration that's coming in from the universe, this clarity that's coming in for you, right? You're creating this stability that you have been thinking of and trying to fight for and trying to solve, but hasn't been able to be solved yet. Cancer, sorry, this is going to pause again because I have to make more room on my camera. So sorry about all the pauses, but I'll be right back. One sec. Okay, Cancer, we're right back. Sorry about the pause. So what I was talking about was the 10 of Pentacles, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, and how that was like a double energy of abundance that you guys are walking into, especially for 2020 is what I feel. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons in finances, and you learned a lot of lessons about your self-worth and who you are and how you can attract, financial success or abundance as a whole, right? We're talking about internal abundance also, where you feel like you are abundant internally, no matter what the outside environment looks like. And this is what starts to attract that external abundance, right? When we feel like we're abundant internally, when we feel like our worth is, to infinity and beyond, right? We feel like we deserve to have nice things and we deserve to have abundance, then that's when we start to attract that abundance. And that's just only part of it. The other part of it is the work that you put in and how you use, your tools, your emotional intelligence, the leverage that you can create in order to grow your abundance. So I feel like this is what's happening because you guys are taking control of a situation where you felt like you were just stuck in it. And you're like, well, this is my life. This is all that, I can do. The Emperor energy comes in and says, nah, that's not your life. You can create your reality. You can move things around. You can shake things up, right? You can push this over here and make that respond, right? You can use the universal laws of cause and effect, right? Of as above, so below, manifesting as within, so without. So this is what I feel like you guys are starting to do, to take control and know that there are some things that are within your control, right? Other things, are out of our control, but the only thing you can do is to control the controllables, right? There's always something that you can do within a situation to change it. So the feeling of being stuck is what I feel like you guys are coming out of because that clarity comes in. The Hierophant energy is here with the 2 of Wands. So with the Hierophant here, this is talking about maybe your beliefs changing, right? Maybe some of those limiting beliefs or that programming that maybe has been around for years is starting to shift a little bit, because we have the Ace of Swords that comes in, and a lot of times that does talk about a shift in perception and a shift in your belief system. So I feel like you're choosing to take this other path of believing or this other type of belief system concerning your finances. And I really feel like this is that shift from that lack mindset, the lack mentality, even if it's just there a little bit, taking you into this more abundant, energy where there's enough abundance for everybody. There is no scarcity, right? I can create my abundance. I can manifest more money. I don't have to work, and break my back and kill myself just to have the amount of money that I need. This is talking about that shift of that framework because a lot of us were kind of like groomed and we grew up inside of a limiting belief system concerning money that doesn't teach us how to attract money in abundance, but it teaches us how to kind of like, you know, hold on to those little pennies and fight, for those table scraps, and like this person is. But what you're shifting over to, Cancer, is the person that has the abundance, the person that's creating that wealth, the person that's using these spiritual tools, these law of attraction and manifestation, right? And creating this leverage in their world in order to bring in this abundance. And that first starts with a shift of mindset and belief systems. And so you are crossing over into this threshold, I feel like, in 2020, where you are believing differently about money. Your relationship with money is really changing. And you're starting to view things a lot differently. Sorry, this turned into a money reading, Cancer, but this is just kind of what I'm feeling. But your worth also is also kind of expanding. Where you're like, I deserve to have this. I deserve to have better. I deserve this abundance. And this is what's going to create this attraction of financial wealth for you. And stability. All right, right down here we have the Two of Wands, again clarified by the Four of Wands. So yeah, like I said, you're choosing to move in a certain direction here. You're taking this new path, right? This is so much energy coming in for you guys, talking about a new beginning and going down this new path in life. And you guys are responding to it with movement, headed towards this Four of Wands energy, which comes in again. So you got the Four of Wands twice, you got the Ten of Pentacles twice, and you got the Two of Wands twice, along with the Ace of Wands twice. So yeah, there's a message that's really here for you guys. It's talking about this brand new beginning towards stability, this passionate drive that's pushing you towards this place that you're supposed to have. You've seen it already, right? You've envisioned it. You've dreamed about it. You've kind of, felt it, how it feels emotionally. You've done all of this work internally, I feel, to get to this place externally. And you are going to be embarking on that coming into the year of 2020 is what I feel, Cancer. Like if it's the beginning of it, right? It's the beginning of the changes you make, the shifts that you make in your world in order to bring in this life of abundance. And some of you guys could have already been doing that in 2019. But in 2020, 10-10, right? Adds up to 20. There is really this new start where things really start to shift in your world. All right, let's see what you got for your fairy card. 10 of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. And that matches so much with the Ten of Pentacles card. So you got the Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Emotionally fulfilled and secure and abundant in the material world. This is where you're headed, Cancer. So if it's been tough for you in some type of way, I would say definitely stay motivated coming into 2020. Definitely start to think futuristic into the future and not where you are right now, right? Because you are going to be taking over as the emperor here and moving some things around in order to bring about a certain outcome that you want. And the universe is definitely here working with you. So I'm going to wrap it up right there for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, Cancer. Like always, hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. I will see you in the next reading.